Hello viewers, welcome to this drawing masterclass. Today we want to learn how to draw the face using combination of hatching techniques. We want to learn how to shade the face using hatching techniques, the main ones being parallel hatching, contour hatching, and cross hatching. In our last lesson, we learned about cross-hatching shading technique. Let's start today's lesson. We start with the objective of this lesson. By the end of the lesson, the learner is expected to learn how to draw the face using a combination of hatching techniques. I want to briefly summarize the types of hatching techniques that we shall use to draw the face. Let's remind ourselves about hatching technique. Hatching technique uses parallel lines which are one directional to create various shades, various effects. They can show the volume, the depth, and even the space around the object. We shall also apply another technique called contour hatching technique, where you use curved lines that follow the curvatures of the object that you are drawing. We shall also apply another technique called cross-hatching technique, which uses lines that cross each other at various angles to create various shades and other effects. This one is still cross-hatching. This is cross-hatching technique. Let's start now with our lesson. In our lesson, we want to learn how to draw the face using a combination of techniques. How do we start? Let's imagine this is the face that you want to draw. But how do we start? The first thing that we start is to demarcate the highlighted areas. We should know where light is striking. If the light is coming from this front, then there should be a highlight here. There's a highlight here. There's another highlight here. There's a small highlight there and another small highlight there. There's a small highlight here above the mouth, another highlight here above the mouth. There will be another highlight here for the cheeks. There will be another highlight for the cheeks. There will be another highlight here. So now, and we want to understand how the face of a person, the curves, the valleys, the mountains. There will be another highlight here. I think there is a highlight there. Another highlight there. So on the face of a person, we have got various valleys. There's a valley here that slopes that way. There is another valley here that slopes the opposite direction. These are valleys. There's a deep valley there. You press the pencil a bit. Another deep valley there. You press the pencil a bit. Let's draw the eyes first, so that the face is looking at us. We want to draw somebody who is looking at us. We draw the eye, we define the eye. the eyelids, eyelashes. We shall do the eyelashes later. The ear is there, of course. Now let's imagine, let's start from here. Why don't we, if this is the highlight, then it is surrounded by lines that curve around it. It is surrounded by lines that curve around the highlight. So the lines curve that way. There is a curve from here, from the nose. There's a depression here. And we shall be using some kind of symmetry such that whatever we put on one side of the face, we also remember to put on the other side of the face. Because the human face is very symmetrical. There's a highlight there. There will be a there's a cave here. There's a cave. We are drawing some caves, mountains, valleys, and flat areas. This is a cave for the nostril. There's one cave there, and there's another cave there. And this highlight here, it slopes this way. It slopes that way. This highlight here also slopes that way. There's a valley here above the mouth. There is this valley here. I can see a valley. Let us try to draw the. Remember how we were drawing the lips? We use contour hatching technique to draw the lips. Contour hatching technique to draw the lips. Make curves that follow the curvatures of the lips. The same for the lower lip. Lines that follow the curvatures of the lips. There's a very dark area here below the lower lip, very dark. Contour shading on this side. I'm following the contours of the face. You can see around the mouth, it is protruding. So you can see some circles here. There's a certain circle there. This area is protruding. This area is protruding. So the curves, they follow some kind of circle. The mouth is protruding. We want to create a mouth that is somehow protruding. This is contour shading, because I'm following the contours of the face, contour shading technique. Now we want to shade the cheeks. The cheeks, there is a highlight here. Around the highlight, the slopes, the face slopes. There is a mountain at the peak of this highlight. The highlight is like a mountain. It is the most protruding part of the face. We draw a similar mountain here. And now there's a surface here which slopes towards the cheeks, and the cheeks also, they curve that way. The cheeks curve that way. But along the sides, we draw hatching. Along the sides of the face is hatching technique. We draw hatching lines, parallel hatching lines on both sides of the face. Parallel hatching lines. When you are drawing the human face, you need to know a lot about the human anatomy, so that you know that the face is full of mountains, valleys, caves, plains. I'm using a combination of techniques to draw the human face. You remember there's a highlight here. We have to create this highlight. Another highlight here. There's a small mountain here and a small valley there. There's a mountain there, there's a mountain here, some small valley there. This mountain is sloping towards the top. From the top, the mountain slopes towards the sides of the mountain. So we can even now start drawing how the top is sloping. It slopes that way. It slopes that way. It's like the mountain ridge. There's a depression here. We shade along the curve. We have to identify the areas which have mountains, valleys, caves, plains. We want now to go to the forehead. Before we go to the forehead, let's put some eyelashes. They also follow the contours of the eyes. There's a depression there. There's another depression here. Then we now move towards the brow, the forehead. There's some highlight here. There. There's some highlights. Then here we have got the eyebrows. Then from here, the forehead. But let's start by drawing hair texture. We are not drawing the hair. We are drawing the hair texture. The hair texture. Still we continue until we manage to draw at the face of a person using a combination of hatching techniques. There's a huge mountain here. There's a valley here. And the curves that way. I'm following the curves of the person. Let's put some teeth here. Teeth texture. We have used 3 main hatching techniques: parallel hatching, contour hatching, and cross hatching. So now, what is remaining is now to create some highlights by erasing some shades to create highlights. Let's create some there's the neck there. You can shade using a combination of techniques here. We can cross hatch. We can even do contour shading. We are combining techniques. So what do we do? Let's create some highlights now by ramping. We want to create a highlight there. There's a highlight there. That one is there. Another highlight here. I'm erasing some shades to create highlights. There is another highlight here for the forehead. And for the bridge of the nose, there's another highlight. We have shaded this face of a person using a combination of hatching techniques. There's parallel hatching. You can see it here. For example, this parallel hatching technique. Parallel hatching technique. Then you cross them with other lines. Now you are using cross hatching. This is the work that you have done so far. We have learned how to sheet the fish using a combination of hatching techniques. That is parallel hatching technique, contour hatching technique, and cross hatching technique. Have a look. This is our work for today. We have come to the end of this lesson. I request that you practice these techniques of shading. I believe that you shall master these shading techniques. We have come to the end of this lesson. If you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe and like the video. You can share with others, and you can even give me your comments in the comment section. Bye for now. We meet in the next video.